Hello? Who the hell is this? What the hell do you want?
It's me, Billy.
What is going on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? Today, after the long-awaited arrival of this particular fan film, I have no idea what it could be. Got the Christmas hat on, wearing a black Christmas t-shirt and everything. Oh, you know what time it is. Dave Mcrae and Bruce Dale gave us one of the best, if not the best, fan film. Screw that. I don't even want to call it a fan film. This thing is just a short film. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. I think it goes, hold on, I'll tell you who I am. It's me, Billy. Let's get holly jolly. Let's go.
You little bitch! What did you do?
Make it stop.
Like I said, what's going on? Welcome back to Faccis Cinema, the newly rebranded channel. I got the Christmas lights up. I got the Christmas hat on. I got the black Christmas shirt on. You know I'm talking about Billy, and you know I'm talking about It's Me, Billy, starring Victoria Marrow, Malika Henny Hamidi, and Shelby Hanley, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what can be said about this. I don't know. This film right here deserved to have a theater experience. This thing is too good to be just on YouTube. This deserves so much more than that. A theater experience would have mine would have been blown. This deserved that because this was just that damn good. What Dave and Bruce were able to do on a limited budget goes without words. Like, it really does. If you're looking for that Black Christmas feel, all the tones from the original from 1974, hell no, I ain't talking about 2006, and you know I ain't damn sure talking about that college shit from 2019. Blumhouse, take some notes. They ain't never gonna listen. If you just want a good Black Christmas movie, Blumhouse, give Dave and Bruce a little ring and say, hey, it's me, Jason Blum. You get this shit rolling. This movie is packed, like I said, with all of the reminiscent stuff from the 74 classic. Billy, exactly the same. The music, the mood, the atmosphere, almost pretty much identical. It does not get much better than this. Black Christmas isn't one of those films that's talked about that much, and there's not, I don't know if there's any other fan films out there for Black Christmas except for It's Me, Billy. And if there was any other fan films out there, It's Me, Billy probably puts them to shame. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. So, like I said with this channel, I'm not going to be doing so much as reviews like I used to, going through the movie as it goes along. Just kind of just talk about some things I like, some things that, you know, little criticisms here and there, not too many. And, you know, what the future could hold for this. The opening scene of this movie, very tension-filled. Silence, just sitting in a car, no words being spoken at all, until, are you okay? That's all it takes to break the ice. And you already know that this is going to be a movie based around mood and atmosphere and the tone, because there's not that much action. The opening tracking shots, the drone work in the beginning, fantastic. This is not amateur shit right here. This is stuff that is in $1 million cinema, you know? Blockbuster movies have these kind of shots. And they were able to do that on a limited budget from an Indiegogo campaign. That's just telling you what these two could do on a massive scale budget. They would deliver the shit that Black Christmas fans want in a full-scale theatrical release film. And if we have the if Blumhouse does have the opportunity, they gotta give it to them. They're not going to lead us wrong. This movie follows Sam, the granddaughter of Jess Bradford from the original Black Christmas. She was just trying to go back to the sorority house. She wanted to check it out. Obviously, She wasn't allowed to get in and anything like that, so she wants to go spend one last Christmas up at her grandmother's mansion. That's freaking beautiful and huge, and kind of reminiscent of the sorority house, except for this one's out in the middle of the woods. So it's like an isolated location. And she took two of her best friends with her. They should have been with their families, but they didn't want her to go up there alone and have to go through this shit all by herself. So that's the story. And as you could guess it, somebody was able to track them down up there, and I'll tell you, I think his name starts with a B, and it rhymes with silly. I'm talking about It's Me, Billy. That's a good one, huh? Billy was able to track her down and turn right back into that lovable Billy with the maniacal phone calls from back in 1974. And let me just tell you, these phone calls were sick, demented, twisted. You really get the feel of how messed up Billy is with each and every time he calls. He's not all there. And you thought he was crazy back in the day. He is messed up. There's so many voices and personalities going on in his head. And he has full-blown conversations with all of them. It just shows you how scary he really is, because you do not know what Billy is capable of, and you do not know what fully is going on inside of his head. That scene when you see him for the first time and he's up in that attic in the iconic rocking chair, rocking back and forth while stroking that doll, and then he just gets pissed off and flips out and yells. He's disturbed. He is disturbed, and you have no idea where this is going. You do not know. Because I don't think Billy knows where this is going. He's just not right. And that is scary. That adds to this film. Like I said, in this film, I love the character interaction between Sam and her best friends. I love it. The dinner scene, the dialogue between both of them. You really seem like these are real people in real life, and they are really friends. And it works perfectly. They're sitting on a couch all snuggled up watching a horror movie, making fun of the cliches. They should be running out the front door instead of running up the stairs. I love it. It reminded me of Scream. I know they probably weren't taking it that way, but that's the vibe. It threw off a little Scream vibe, a little nod to Scream, and I loved it. But you could just tell how good of friends they are. And then the first phone call comes. And Sam is just like, damn, it's just a prank. I'm not worried about it. She unplugs the phone. And the phone there is an identical old-fashioned rotary phone like they had in the original Black Christmas. I've always wanted one of those myself. They're very hard to find. So I loved that they stuck with that continuity and they used the phone just like that in this film. There were a few deaths in this movie. Obviously, Black Christmas is not a, it's not a Halloween. It's not a Friday the 13th. It's not based on kill, 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 kill. So there wasn't very many kills in this movie. The first kill in the movie was Emma. We, however, did not get to see it. It was just Billy. Obviously, he was creeping around like Billy does. Snuck up on her, and not sure. We had to. That's one of those theater of the mind kills that wonderful Dave Mcrae is known for. He loves the theater of the mind stuff, and that's one that you have to think, what did he do to her? We didn't get to see it, so I wonder what exactly happened. However, Justine kill, beautiful. How the door opens, he's standing there. It seems like Justine senses something in the room. Opens her eyes, rolls over, he's gone. Magically, he's on the other side of her. She knows something's there. She can feel a presence. Rolls over, and all he does is go, shh, with his long hair, obviously. Because, obviously, in that amount of time later, over 40 years later, obviously, he would not, he's not going to go to the barber shop and get a haircut. That's just not how it goes. So, of course, his hair would be long and scraggly and look like that. So, another nice nod to the original 74 classic. He jumps on top of Justine on the bed. You see just the shot of the eye. Just like in the original. It's not in your face, but you get it. If you'd never seen the original Black Christmas, you wouldn't even have any idea that is supposed to mean something else. But we get it. Obviously, Dave and Bruce did not want to reenact the unicorn kill with the identical glass unicorn that would conveniently be there. So it made sense for them to use the knife, but at the top of the knife, if you look carefully, it looks like either a horse or a unicorn on top of it. So it's a nice nod without ramming it in your face. One of my favorite movies, Halloween 2018. We get it. But this is a vicious attack. Repeated stabbings. Like, he's enjoying this. He's screaming, but at the same time, in some of his voice, and some of that is laughter. He's enjoying killing this woman. And all that's left is a pile of blood on the sheets. It is amazing. Everything, the mood and the atmosphere and Billy, it works. The chemistry between the characters, it works. There's not too many things in this to nitpick on. I'm going to get to them shortly. And I mean, no disrespect to Dave or Bruce. It's just how I feel about it. Obviously, like Dave said, film is subjective, so we all have different mindsets, so everything hits us differently, so that's okay. And Dave knows that, and Bruce knows that. Some people are going to like it, some people are going to hate it, some people are going to be iffy. It's just the way film is. It happens with every movie that there is. But other things that I liked in this film, like I said, all the callbacks, the rocking chair, the end shot where they show Emma in the back seat, wrapped in like the plastic wrap, beautiful nod to the original. The girl in the rocking chair, fantastic. I loved it. Like I said, also the Baby Bunting song that he sang in the original, he sang in this one as well. I loved it. I loved all the nods, all the touches of the original classic. This one delivered on that. And we just found out the other day that Dave and Bruce would like to make more of these. So this is just kind of a piece to a larger puzzle. So after it ended, you're like, kind of had that, never hike in the snow type of deal where you're like, what? That's it? Come on. Well, they want to make another one. They want to give us more. Okay? And to elaborate more, Sam thinks that her grandmother Jess has passed away. She thinks that she's dead. However, at the end of this film, the final shot, Sam is put into a room in the basement by Billy, and Sam looks over and says, "Grandma?" It seems to be that Jess was captured by Billy and put into the basement. Mind blown. I didn't know Billy was a kidnapper. Whoa, pulling some Jason Voorhees from the remake stuff there. I like it. But that kind of leads me into a couple criticisms. Not very many, just a couple. Let's see. A thing that bothered me a little bit, I think there might be an explanation, but the knock on the door that woke up Sam. Your friend's getting killed in a room right next door. I know you have headphones on, and you can't hear it, but you can still hear the pounding at the front door when you're in a deep sleep. I don't know if I buy that. It's possible, I get it, the music was playing in the beginning and then the music and the headphones were shut off, I get it, but it just seemed to kind of be a little bit iffy. Just a small nitpick, nothing else. And another thing, I'm still kind of iffy on it. The Agnes reveal. I'm assuming, believe she was a real estate agent at the beginning, and then at the end, she picks Sam up on the middle of the road, and then chloroforms her a little bit after she admitted that her name is Agnes, and that her and her brother live out here. Once she said about her and her brother live out here, you knew that that was Agnes, and you knew that her brother was the man Billy. I don't know if I like that reveal. I don't know if I like that twist. I kind of liked it just being Billy by himself. But I don't fully know if Billy could have orchestrated a kidnapping plot on his own, due to the fact that he has so many personalities and mental issues going on in his head. He needed somebody smarter with him, and what better suited to be than Agnes, who he always talks about in his phone calls. Agnes. So we knew she had to show up at some point. Like I said, just a little slight criticism. It was okay. I'm sure if they make another one, it'll flow a lot better, and I'll understand why he chose to do that. But this was their movie. I have no room to talk about anything that they did. So just a little short nitpick by me. Nothing too serious. And the only other thing I didn't like was, Billy, get your fucking ass in here. I don't know why. I didn't. For me, obviously, this is Dave's baby. He loves Black Christmas way more than I do, but I just didn't think that line fit the Black Christmas kind of mindset. But like I said, who am I to judge? Just little nitpicks I had. But overall, with this film, I thought it was amazing. I thought the cinematography was great. The music was great. The mood, the atmosphere, the theater of the mind shit was fantastic. It delivered 100%. Billy was amazing. I definitely believe that was Billy 40 some odd years later. I could see that. No doubt about it. Sam, she was a great choice for the lead in this movie. Like I said, I felt like she was a real person. I felt like this was really her life. So she did a great job. Emma and Justine in the movie, they were great as well. Their characters flowed so well with Sam. It worked. You could tell they were all friends. I loved it. Just a few nitpicks. But other than that, honestly, I know this isn't a real film, but I would honestly give this probably a 4 out of 5-star rating. You heard it. I don't give those out too much. But this delivered for me. I watched it 2 or 3 times already. I can't get enough. I respect everything that they did to make this film. The cast, the crew, Bruce, Dave, amazing. It looked like a Hollywood production. And I give you all the credit in the world. And thank you for bringing Billy back. I just seen the original Black Christmas this past holiday season. First time watch. A lot of people thought I wouldn't like it. I loved it. I love this as the quote-unquote sequel to the original Black Christmas. It's not canon, but in my mind, it really is. They delivered, and I cannot thank you enough. All the attic stuff you did with Billy took me right back to 74, and you guys rocked. If you haven't seen It's Me, Billy, go check it out. It's free on YouTube. I can't wait to get my Blu-ray copy of this puppy so I can see the good quality from a 4K Blu-ray player. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. That's all I got to say on It's Me, Billy. And like I said, I can't get enough. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Hopefully you liked what I had to say. You liked this video. Like it. And if you're feeling extra crazy, give me a subscribe. I really appreciate all the love and support I get from everybody out there. Currently on the crawl to 400 subs. Let's make this shit happen. And Dave and Bruce, once again, thank you for bringing Billy back to the movies, baby. Have a scary day.